lack of faith disturbing.
Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, Bunk?
You're such a nerd.
evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
The final annihilation of the life form known as man. Let the attack begin.
What's up? Well, not much. What's up with you?
It's all good. Welcome to
Anybody out
season
there?
6. Y'all, there's plenty out there. Yeah, you need to use your little magic mirror, but it's there you go. Now you can see everybody clearly. However,
there's some people out
let's welcome everybody else here to season 6 of IFB at Fleet Broadcasting, our award-winning pop culture, sci-fi news and entertainment channel. I am NYPete. And over there is Chris the Tipsy Toaster, my best buddy. And hey,
there. Some toast.
Yeah, well, okay. Well,
That
we'll
sounds like
get
a
there.
good tagline, right? We're here
Oh,
popping
yeah.
some toast.
That's it. And
Butter in your
you know,
bread.
yes, that's right. However, I just want to let everybody know that
Oh,
they're
echo
tuning
reverb.
in
Hang on, that's
listening
my fault.
for the
Ding, I gotta turn it off.
first time.
There you go.
There might
It's
be-
no longer echoing or reverbing, right?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I
Tell
mean,
me, you're in charge. You got all the buttons.
that's right.
But
You got it right. Finally, I'm in charge.
you're in charge. You're always in charge. But that doesn't matter. Bottom line is, everyone's welcome here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Tipsy and I, we actually we put this out. We
did.
put this
Yep.
streaming podcast out for the love of our childhood, right? Like everybody else,
Our fandom.
we're super nostalgic, and we grew up
And-
right. Tipsy,
And along the
we
way,
grew up-
we've picked up a family.
we sure did. We grew up watching some of the best 70s, 80s, and 90s TV and movies and comic books and novels and just all the great stuff, the conventions that we used to go to, all that stuff. We grew up watching it, and we're bringing that part of us here and sharing it out with all you guys. And the main reason that we created this particular show is because we're big Battlestar Galactica 1978 fans.
Huge.
And you guys should know that up front. Thanks for joining us, everyone that's up live, and thank you everybody that watches us later on in syndication and replay. A lot of you watch from all over the world, so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time out. So whether you watch us or just play us in the background, whatever it may be, thank you, and welcome to the show. We got a full crew on board. We have our Star Wars update with Mr. Chris Feehan, and we're going to have a Star Trek update later on. We're also going to have Tiny Bean Tara is going to do her
Tara.
end of year roundup. So stay tuned for that. And you've seen in the past, she does a great, summation of the year, and she's really good at picking some of the award-winning shows and movies that she's done it before. So if you're going to be betting money, bet on some of her picks. So we'll talk all about that, and we'll talk about her charity auction. So stay tuned for that, as well as our special guest that we have. So
Amazing guest, yeah.
oh my God, it's going to be so cool. So Demetrius is coming on, and we're gonna have a really, really cool in-depth sci-fi discussion. He's got a lot of work that everybody should know about, and we want to support. So stay tuned for all that. And in the meantime, I know that we're getting close to the holidays, so we'll have an announcement for the holidays. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right now before we actually do our cheer.
Right now.
Tuesday,
How about
December 23rd, IFB Christmas special at 8 p.m. live, and then we'll rebroadcast it on Thursday, which is, of course, Christmas Day. So on the 23rd, at 8 o'clock, guys, it's outside of our norm, but that's what we'll do, the live. We'll record it, and then we'll actually repost it for Christmas Day, which is December 25th. And there's Imperial Clause.
Imperious Leader Clause, yes.
No, whatever. Anyway, so everyone, thank you for joining us. We have in the green room, we have Chris Feehan. Yeah, you should do that. So let's get
do a drink first.
Yeah,
sure. Yes.
Yeah, do
toast.
you? Yes, of course. We'll do the toast. That's what I wanted to. Maybe we
see.
Can
Look,
pop
the
them
Tipsy toaster does the toasting.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Here we go. We just work this out somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Come on.
What you got?
Oh, kid. What?
What you got? Tea?
Oh, I just got
Star Wars
coffee.
in regards to Star Wars.
I got coffee. Well, it's Star Wars update today, so
one of my favorite movies for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's something I do. Tara should come on and tell us her favorite Christmas shows. I'm sure she's got a bunch. And she is. Well, imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one? Does anybody know this one?
Winterblock. Griswold's
Winterbuck.
Bach.
Griswold. It's got the squirrel inside the tree.
Okay, that's crazy. I hope it doesn't explode on you.
There's the other can.
Oh yeah, there you are. That's cool.
All right, here we go. Open this up. There we go. Let's dump this out.
Let's see. Come on.
Don't dump on keyboard, Chris. That's a bad idea. I did it once, and the keys are still sticking.
What the heck?
What the heck is the heck? What the heck is what the heck? What the heck are you?
Know,
what are you? What heck? What the hecking?
I have a really cool picture that I just got sent from our special guest for later, and you're gonna want to see that. But since you've already poured your glass, and what can you bring up Chris Feehan as well?
I certainly can. Does he
all
have
right,
anything to drink?
let's. Yeah, he's drinking.
He's drinking? All right.
He's drinking. All right,
nothing wrong with that,
Chris,
right?
All right, so we toast to the fans, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Yep.
And
so we'd also like to reach out and say we've lost some people in the past and over the years, but we recently lost another one of our favorite characters. And, here's for you too, Gil. Rest in peace, sir. Vansfield the Fleet.
Vansfield the Fleet. Okay, so moving on.
Gosh, that's good.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. That I know what that means. But yeah. Everybody else that's
9%.
Sitting back and relaxing
8.2.
and joining us tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris Feehan, how are you tonight?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Well, you're well. So far, so good. Buddy.
Standing.
All right.
Keep it clean for crying out loud.
That's right.
No kidding. Thank you. Chris, you got a full update for us. There's always something new going on in the Star Wars world. So let's just throw it over to you and get it going.
Throwing it. Ready? Catch.
Absolutely.
Ready to catch it? Here you go. Throwing. There we go.
Boom.
Star Wars is just a constant plethora of stuff going on. It's only been about a month since I was last on. There's a bunch of stuff that's come up, a bunch of new announcements that I'll go over, and just talk about some of the stuff that we can look for on the horizon for 2026. Ahsoka 2, the Ahsoka Season 2, finished filming about a month and a half ago. They started releasing a couple of publicity stills, including an updated publicity still of the Balin Skull character now being played by Rory McCann, who was in Game of Thrones. As you might have remembered, back about a year and a half ago, Ray Stevenson passed away unexpectedly, and he had played the character in the first season. The character is really critical to the series, so they did have to recast him. So we can look forward to seeing Rory play him going forward, and look forward to Ahsoka season 2 sometime, hopefully in 2027. However, I have to say, based on the timeline from when they finished season 1 to when it actually came out, when they finished principal photography, it may actually get pushed back to early 2027. So I don't know if we're going to actually see it in 2026. So we'll have to keep our fingers crossed, but we know it's in the can. They got it filmed. People are eagerly anticipating the continuation of the story. So hopefully we'll see that within the next year, year and a half or so. And other TV news on Disney Plus, the Young Jedi Adventures just dropped their season 3. However, it's pretty much assumed by everybody, even though it has not been officially announced by Disney Plus, that this will be the final season of Young Jedi Adventures. It's a children's show that's on Disney Plus. The first 2 seasons had 25 episodes and 23 episodes respectively. The 3rd season is only 7 episodes and seems to tie things up from what I understand. So I think this might be the end of that series. They have a whole toy line based on the series. It is relatively popular on Disney Plus, and it's a good way to introduce smaller kids into Star Wars in a very family-friendly way. So I'm sure reruns will continue forever, but it looks like season 3 might be the end of the road for Young Jedi Adventures. There's also, as I mentioned last time, a Lego special that's a 4-part series. That's the sequel to Rebuilding the Galaxy. It's Rebuilding the Galaxy Pieces of the Past. That's now streaming on Disney Plus. And if you didn't catch it a couple of years ago, or if you want to make it a holiday tradition and you're a big Lego fan, there's also a Lego Star Wars special that you can watch that came out in 2020 that's on Disney Plus to watch for the holidays. The 3rd season of Star Wars Visions is out. All 9 episodes are now streaming. And they're going to make one of the episodes that was very popular from the 1st season, The Ninth Jedi, its own series. So it's going to be a Japanese anime style series that takes place in the far future of the Star Wars universe. And it's going to be set in the world of that episode, The Ninth Jedi. And it's going to be an entire series that's going to come out sometime in 2026, all computer animated, all very in that Japanese animation style. So that's very exciting for fans of that genre. Also, it was announced that they're going to release a Maul animated series called Maul Shadow Lord that's going to come out sometime in 2026. There hasn't been a date set yet, but it is going to come out sometime during the year. And people can be very excited about that. That's really going to look at when he was in the Crimson Tide area, like what happened in Solo, that he was still alive, doing some shady business in the underworld. It's really going to explore that segment of Star Wars and what was happening in that intermediate period. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it and how that turns out. People have been dying for more Maul content. They're going to get it next year in the form of that animated series. Also, The Mandalorian just recently crossed over 1 billion viewing hours, which makes it one of the highest rated shows ever on Disney Plus, only seconded, I think, to Bluey, which Bluey is very popular with the kids and is exclusive on Disney Plus. But The Mandalorian's got legs, and it's the other series that's gotten a tremendous amount of views. Crossing that threshold is a huge win for The Mandalorian. Hopefully it bodes well for the movie coming out next May, The Mandalorian and Grogu, that there is enough of a following to really give it some legs in the theaters next year. So as I mentioned, we're going to be seeing The Mandalorian and Grogu next year. We also have the movie Starfighter that's being filmed right now. It's in production. Going to come out in 2027. Sean Levy's directing it. Ryan Gosling is starring. Matt Smith just recently mentioned that he had finished his principal photography on the movie. His part's supposed to be small, but I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of January or middle of January we hear that it's actually finished filming. And of course it's going to take a year to 18 months for them to finish the special effects and do all the post-production. But we can look forward to it sometime in 2027. So that's very exciting. There was also a little bit of news this week from Daisy Ridley. She happened to be on the the Kelly show. I think it's called Kelly and Mark in the Morning. And they were asking her a little bit about the Rey movie. Is anything happening with the Rey movie that's supposed to be called The New Jedi Order? And she said it's going in a positive direction, whatever that means. There's been no official word. We know it's been kind of in development hell for the past 2 years, but maybe that means it's back on track. Maybe she's just saying that. We don't know. But the star of that movie, Daisy Ridley, did mention that it was proceeding and that it was going in a good direction. So we can only hope that maybe after Starfighter, we may actually get to see this Rey movie that takes place after the events of Rise of Skywalker. There's also been some rumors about a proposed movie called the Hunt for Ben Solo. She was asked about this too in another interview. It turns out, I think I mentioned this last time, so I won't go into it in too much detail, but that Steven Soderbergh and Adam Driver were going to make a movie about Ben Solo, and it had gotten a lot of traction, and it had gotten all the way to the point that it was gonna actually possibly be made. It was one of the only times that they actually got a no from Bob Iger, and he said basically, we're not going ahead with that. That's not the direction we want to continue with Star Wars. And there was a little bit of a grassroots fan campaign to try to get it going again, which just didn't go anywhere. I don't know if I'd want to see that necessarily. I'm not even sure I'd want to see a Rey movie. But for me, any new Star Wars is good Star Wars. Give me the choices and let me decide what I like and what I don't like. Unfortunately, that project is dead and buried and never actually saw the light of day. Some other stuff, big news in the movie front. They just announced officially from StarWars.com that the original unmolested, despecialized, unspecialized original print of Star Wars, without the New Hope in the crawl, without any of the new scenes, the one when Han shot first, the one that has all the warts and all version, is actually coming to theaters in February of 2027, not 2026, 2027, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. So that was exciting news. That after that, I don't know if you'd heard, but back about 6 or 8 months ago, the British Film Institute had shown a version of that print that they had found in an archive and got permission to actually show it in England, and it got, a huge reaction. I think Lucasfilm and Disney paid attention to that and said, you know what, let's go back and give fans what they want, the unadulterated original version of Star Wars, to see what people saw 50 years ago in the theater when they had that initial Star Wars experience. So the hardcore fans like myself are over the moon about this. I already have a couple of pirate copies of what they call the despecialized edition that was cobbled from the Laserdisc and other sources to make a reasonably good quality copy. I would love to see in the theater the completely unadulterated version of the original print that they're restoring right now in 4K and going to release in theaters in February 2027. So that was very exciting news, that they are embracing, and they've listened to the fans, and they're embracing that originality and going back to the original print. So that was very, very exciting news for many of us. In kind of a tertiary side capacity, as you may know, Spaceballs 2 is yes, well into production. That is expected to wrap sometime, I think, in the next month. So hopefully we can see that late 2026, early 2027, maybe for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars as well. Maybe it'll be competing with Star Wars, the original print, in the theaters. But everybody's eagerly awaiting that. The original cast has come back. Bill Pullman's son is going to appear in some capacity, so it's going to be a family affair. And Rick Moranis is going to be in it, who's coming out of retirement, basically. He had retired pretty much from acting, and Mel Brooks got him to come back. So that was very exciting news. And all its comedy fans who are also Star Wars fans cannot wait to see how Mel Brooks is going to bastardize Star Wars a second time and make us all laugh our asses off. So that's going to be something to look forward to. Star Wars. Let me see what else we have coming out. 1 second. I had mentioned last time that Outlaws Star Wars Outlaws has seemed to find, which is a video game, Star Wars video game, has found a second life on the Switch 2. It's one of the top 10 best-selling games for the Switch 2, and somehow they managed to get it to run reasonably well without having to dumb it down too much on the Switch. So hopefully that'll find a new life. There was also, as I mentioned, another game that came out recently called Beyond Victory. That's an augmented reality game for the MetaQuest 3 exclusively. Was not impressed with that game. Again, I cannot recommend that game. It's basically a pod racing game looking from the outside and doing it on a table. It was not very exciting. And there's also an area in that game that you can set up life-size Star or little figures or blow them up to life-size and place them around your room. Again, maybe 15 minutes of entertainment for any adult, but not worth the $19.99 price tag. I think it's on sale right now, so if you want to pick it up as a tech demo of what augmented reality could be like, feel free to pick it up, but I cannot recommend it as a game. It didn't have very much replay value for me. So that was a huge disappointment. However, we did get big news that there is a new giant RPG coming out for Star Wars in the video game realm called Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, that's in development, that may come out in 2027 or 2028. Unfortunately, it's going to take 2 years to make this game, but fans of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, are going to really be looking forward to this. It's going to be a whole new game. They have a whole new team working on it, and we can just hold our breaths and hope that it's as good as Knights of the Old Republic when it comes out in 2027, 2028. There's also been some talk about Star Wars Eclipse. The company that's developing it, Quantic Dream, claims it's still in development. If you don't know about this game, they released a trailer for it 4 years ago. Still has not come out. There's still no release date, but the development company claims they're still working on it. So that might be a surprise release next year. If they actually finish it and release it sometime next year, maybe we'll get something good. I have just been personally kind of disappointed in, I'd say, the past 2 years of Star Wars releases outside of that the Jedi game. Unfortunately, there haven't been very many engaging Star Wars games. The last one that I really liked was Star Wars Squadrons, where you got to play as an X-Wing fighter or a TIE fighter in a PlayStation VR. However, when they moved it to the PlayStation 5, the VR2 doesn't support it. So when I got a PlayStation 5, I couldn't play it anymore. So it was very disappointing that it didn't update for the PlayStation VR2 and the PlayStation 5. Hopefully, maybe they will do that at some point, or do something to make that game viable for the PlayStation 5 and other consoles. They have announced the next big Star Wars celebration. That's a huge convention that happens every 2 years. It's going to be happening in Los Angeles, California from April 1st to the 4th, 2027. So we still have a little time to get ready for that and save up for that. But that's also going to be a huge year for Star Wars, celebrating the 50th anniversary. I'm hopefully going to make it there for the first time ever. I've never actually gotten to go to a celebration. It just didn't fit in with any of the vacations I was doing that year, or I wasn't able to with family obligations and stuff. I'm hoping that April of 2027, I will be able to get there and see Star Wars be celebrated in the hugest way possible. It's a convention that's just all Star Wars. They usually have 30 to 50 of the actors and people from the production there that are signing autographs and doing meet and greets. They have panels, they have get-togethers, they have everything that you could possibly want as a Star Wars fan. So again, Los Angeles, April 1st to the 4th, 2027, we could start gearing up for a Star Wars celebration. There was some sad news for me personally with Star Wars this week. It was announced that the Star Wars Insider magazine was no longer going to be published. They're only going to have 2 more issues, and basically it's shutting down. If you're not aware, that's a part of the Lucasfilm fan club. It had started back in 1993, and it's had, I think it's had 240 issues since 1993. And it was a great resource for behind-the-scenes stuff on Star Wars. They'd cover the 501st on many occasions, some of the stuff that we were up to. It was really a a total fan-driven Star Wars magazine that was just for the love of Star Wars. And unfortunately, just with the environment now, with magazines just dying. I mean, Mad Magazine closed shop. Other very popular magazines have closed shop. Star Wars Insider is the latest casualty of that. So unfortunately, that magazine will have its last issue sometime in early 2026. But you might want to order your back issues now, because the company that produces the back issues will be ceasing all back issue orders after March. So if there was a particular issue you got to get your hands on, you might want to place your back orders very shortly. So that was sad for me, because I just grew up with that magazine, loved looking at all the inside information and all the stuff about behind the scenes on different Star Wars movies, all the information about what was coming up in Star Wars. It was a great resource before the internet. Unfortunately, now basically you could find most of this stuff on the internet, and it's not as relevant as it once was. So that's I was very sad to hear about that. Just some other news with the 501st. We've been very, very busy since we last spoke. As I mentioned last time, we were going to do our TrooperCon. We held that last week. It was a great success for the 501st Legion's Empire City Garrison. Our commanding officer, Justin Weiss, put it together. We had over 25 characters, meet with fans, talk to fans, do a little panel for them. We had 2 of our giant sets there. We had our Tatooine set and our Death Star set. We also had a giant life-size speeder bike there. And Justin got dressed in his giant Wampa costume just to thrill everybody there. It also managed to raise $300 for the Ark of Suffolk, which is a local charity for people with disabilities in Suffolk County. And that was that was a raffle for an experience to get suited up in a real 501st Darth Vader costume, with one of our members, Joe, was nice enough to donate his costume to let somebody dress up in it on stage at the TrooperCon. So that was a very exciting thing that a fan got to do who won the raffle. And we hope to continue that. We hope to make this a yearly event to really introduce people to the 501st, what we do, have them be able to ask questions and actually interact with us and talk with us. Sometimes at a regular convention, we're very busy and we're getting hassled constantly for photos. This was a much more intimate setting, and kind of like our Minicon. It was held at Levittown Hall. It was like Minicon, but just for Star Wars fanatics. And the people that came out were really into it and very excited about it. And we had a couple of folks do their first troop at the con, which was very, very exciting. So again, we're hoping to make that a tradition and continue that on. We also were raffling a R2-D2 Home Depot decoration that's 80% full size, has motion, has lights. Thank you for showing the video there. I'm very happy to announce that raffle raised over $1,000 for the Cerebral Palsy Association of Nassau County. And just a little behind the scenes story, one of the managers at CP Nassau won it and didn't really know what to do with it. She just wanted to make a donation to the charity, and she won it, and she's like, oh no, what am I going to do with this? She had heard that there was another person who was one of our educators at CP Nassau, one of our therapists, who really, really wanted it. And she gifted it to him in the holiday spirit and said, I know this person really wanted it. And she donated it to him, and he was beyond excited to pick it up. I have one personally that I was able to snag. They're almost impossible to get. If you can get one, they only run for about $300 in Home Depot, but on the aftermarket, they're going for $600 to $1,000. So if you can get one, please try to get one if you have the room for it, because it is really an incredible display piece that you just put in your basement, put in your living room, put anywhere in your house if you're a huge Star Wars fan. So if you do find it, definitely get it if you can find one. For the rest of the year, we only have one more troop coming up locally here in the New York area. We have an NYPD party for some fallen officers. It's for their families. It's always a very emotional and very personal event that we go to every year. We'd love to support the NYPD here locally in New York, and it's going to be our big final troop of the year here in the New York area. We also have our holiday party. That's a private event that we honor all the men and women of our garrison for all their accomplishments throughout the year. We give out awards for some of the top troopers and some people for some of their distinguished service during the year. So we're looking forward to that in early January. And then we're going to kick off 2026, hopefully with numerous troops. We already know Weird Al's coming back in July. We're hoping to have our mini-con again at Levittown Hall on July 18th, 2026. So look out for that once we get that starting to get ramped up. And if you're interested in booking us for 2026, if you're a nonprofit, charity, or community organization, we do not charge for our appearances. Please look us up at 501ecg.com and get your requests in early. I mean, anything for this year, the slate is pretty clear, except we already have a couple booked for May the 4th. That whole weekend is usually a disaster because we usually get about a dozen requests and we can only handle as many as we can possibly handle. But any other weekend, other than Comic-Con weekend and a few other sporadic weekends we may have available, get your requests in early and hopefully we can meet them. Again, we do not charge for our appearances, and if it's a charity, community, or nonprofit organization, we're happy to support it and come out if we have volunteers available for the date that you requested. And if you're interested in the 501st as a whole, you could also check out 501st.com. We're all around the world, in every state in the United States and just about every country in the world. If you're interested in the 501st in your local area, check out 501st.com and find out what might be going on in your neck of the woods.
Excellent. As usual, thorough and deep. Thank you very, very much, Chris, for taking the time out and bringing us up to speed. Very excited.
Every time I have you on, though, I'm waiting for Jar Jar. I'm waiting for some news for Jar Jar Binks.
Well, you keep living in that world. You know, there's
best
fans
character
out there
in all of Star Wars.
Jar Jar. You can love them all you want. That's the beauty of Star Wars and all the rest. That's the disembodied voice of Tipsy speaking. But Chris, I'm very excited for Celebration 2027. Hoping to get out there myself. It'd be kind of cool to get to see one of those. I haven't been to one, but I'm looking forward to that.
It's a dream of mine. I've never gotten to go, and it's always been a conflict or had something else going on. I wasn't able to go. I'm hoping to block out that weekend and actually get to go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to get tickets.
Especially on the 50th anniversary. It's just incredible that I still can't believe it's been 50 years. It's just
it's nuts.
That in a year and a half it's going to be 50 years since Star Wars.
Just incredible. Also very excited with the original cut. I'd heard about that. I'm anxious to go see it the way it was. You know, we were there. We got to see him. I know Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi premiere nights. Saw both of those. The original Star Wars I got to see many months later. I read the book first, but then got to go afterwards. But that was one heck of
I watched
an
it
experience.
6 times at the drive-in.
That's awesome. Oh my God, the drive-in.
That's the only place it was showing. Of course, I grew up in Casper, Wyoming, so
yes,
there was a lot of places to go see a movie, anyways.
Chris, there's a couple of things though I wanted to ask. On behalf of Mediocre Modeler, were the novels, do you keep up with the novels as well or not?
Not really. I had mentioned last time that there were some new novels coming out. I really just don't have the time to keep up with them, and I don't consider them canon. So for me, I don't really get that excited about them. They had this whole push for the High Republic.
Okay.
There's a bunch of novels coming out for that. I really had no interest in that. There's other novels about the further adventures of Rey, and just really not that interested in that. It's just not something. I always found them kind of like, periphery type stuff. I did like Heir to the Empire and those books back in the day, but none of the stuff that's recent really caught my attention or caught my interest very much, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Now, the other thing I needed to bring up with you is the New York Symphony, Return of the Jedi in New York City.
We'll probably be invited to that. We just did the Empire Strikes Back one.
Okay.
That was back in, I think, August. Was it?
Yes.
Prior August?
Yes, it was during this.
We were asked to do that, and we covered a couple of nights of that and had some of our members there. So we don't really get to enjoy it, but we do get to participate in it and be there for the fans. And just to be part of that experience and celebrate the movies with the fans is very exciting for us.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
to be the
Absolutely.
characters there and greet the people. It's funny, we did that years ago. We did the first one, um, and it was just surreal to be there in Lincoln Center and greet people as they come in when they were doing it for the first time. This is like the second or third time they've done this. But now they're doing all the movies because they did Star Wars, they just did Empire Strikes Back, and they're going to be doing Return of the Jedi, which is very exciting.
Incredible. I was looking into that. Their the prices on those tickets, Chris, are a little on the
And
steep
a
end.
little pricey.
Yeah,
If
I
you happen to
know.
go, look for a stormtrooper. It'll probably be me in the lobby, hanging out in the lobby.
Well, Chris, thanks for the Star Wars update as usual. Incredible stuff. We really appreciate you taking the time out, and we love the fact that you do all the charity work. We'll definitely be supporting you at the MiniCon as usual, and just have a great, safe holiday season. And we look forward to having you back on IFB in 2026.
Okay, well, have a great holiday, guys, and we'll see you next year.
Absolutely. Here's to you, Chris, and Star Wars. Keep up the good work.
You too, guys.
Cheers. Fans fuel the fleet, buddy.
Fans fuel the fleet.
All right, man. That's just, incredible. The amount of info, it's just so much Star Wars that's going on out there. It's incredible.
Yeah,
And
this week was a tremendous amount.
yeah, and who better to come on and tell us all about it.
Still no Jar Jar, man. I don't know.
No, well, hey, listen, sometimes all it takes is one. The power of one to bring back your favorite
Come on,
character.
fans out there. Jar Jar fans.
Oh, you guys can't see what's going on. Look, we have the family is on with us. Everybody from all over, even down in Australia, watching live. Thank you guys. I know that it's awesome. We just have everybody coming on and watching. We appreciate you now. Appreciate you watching in rerun and syndication, and the show goes out and thousands of you tune in. Thank you very much for that. We really appreciate that. So don't forget to smash those likes and follows, please.
Smash
Tell your
them.
friends.
Smash them hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Just smash those things.
All right, relax with the beeping, man. In the green room is Tiny Bean Tara. And
No, she's not. She's right here.
Awesome. Hey, Tara, what's up?
Guys, how's it going?
Good.
It literally is a green room for her, by the way.
It
Yes,
is.
it is. Yes, and I'm really anxious to hear your review. I mean, I got to see, of course, your presentation. I'm anxious,
Great.
and so I wanted to talk about some of the other things, the charity auction, and some of that stuff afterwards, after you do your presentation.
Sure.
And so that's part of what we want to discuss. We'll wait for that. I wrote down a couple of things that I wanted to bring up, and then I just want to let you know that following your presentation is our special guest, and he's waiting in the green room too. So
I am so
hope-
excited for him. Oh my gosh. I'm like,
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Mr. Demetrius is waiting, and he's a big
Amazing.
sci-fi fan. He shared a heck of a BSG related picture, which we'll bring up. So, yeah. So
yeah.
we're gonna have some
Flashback
fun.
from looks like a Dragon Con photo.
Yeah, it might be. We're gonna find out. But anyway, Tiny Bean, take it away and give it to us. Give us the scoop.
Yeah. Tipsy, you all set for me?
Of course.
Okay, fantastic. Well, hello, IFB. Great to be here. Welcome to Tiny Bean's Corner, where we discuss new, old, and otherwise interesting things for the fleet's potential viewing pleasure. 2025 is fast drawing to a close, so it's time to wrap up the best of the year. Some things to keep in mind for 2026, and as always, Tiny Bean's holiday viewing pick for this year. So let's dive in, gang. It was a great year for streaming shows. We saw some returning favorites and some out of the blue new projects. So much to choose from, but if I had to pick a few out of the ones that we talked about in the corner this past year, I'd most recommend Black Mirror, Severance, The Bear, Alien Earth, and my surprise pick for favorite of the year, Paradise. An outstanding sci-fi drama with tons of twists and turns, Paradise arrived with little fanfare and quickly developed a much-deserved cult following. And the second season starts February 23rd on Hulu. Go back and binge the first season. You will be glad that you did. And then join me for the ride in February. Next up, we also had a lot of fun limited run series this season. So, two of my favorites came from Netflix. Check out Black Rabbit with Jason Bateman and Jude Law for a wild ride through the New York underworld. I also highly recommend the recent series The Beast in Me with Claire Danes. Another wild ride, pretty over the top at times, but a classic thriller vibe and an easy binge watch for a stormy winter day. In films this year, we had a real plethora of options from comedy to drama to documentary. Going back to the beginning of the year, I'd like to plug the quiet, touching dramedy A Real Pain with Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin. It's available on Hulu. I know we talked about it when it first came out. It was a long time ago, but it's really lovely. And I think it's one that you might enjoy if you're looking for something quiet and charming. For a completely different viewing experience, check out the folk horror from Ryan Coogler, Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan in a phenomenal dual role. Absolutely thrilling film, worth a watch and pretty surely guaranteed a spot in the 2026 Oscar nods. For some really joyous options, I highly recommend Netflix's heartwarming dramedy Nonas, based on a true story of a bunch of real-life Italian nonnas and their home cooking restaurant in Staten Island. Such a good time. And probably the best documentary about an artist that I can recall, you must see I Like Me, about the life of John Candy on Prime Video. Both these films will leave you with a smile. But my favorite film of 2025, well, shouldn't be much of a surprise. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is an absolute masterpiece. Should be required viewing for all fans of cinema. Absolutely not to be missed. And another guaranteed Oscar contender. Now, 2026 has so many great things in store for our viewing pleasure fleet, so it is going to be a great year here in the corner. Expect over the next few months for me to be talking about these in particular: Project Hail Mary, Mercy, The Rip, The Odyssey, The Dog Stars, Dune 3, Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day, and a biopic on one of my all-time favorite actors, Jimmy, about the life of Jimmy Stewart, and especially focusing on his stint fighting in the war against the wishes of his Hollywood bosses. He came back from the war a changed man, and his first film back was a little nothing of a film that didn't do too well at the box office. It's called It's a Wonderful Life, which of course leads me to plug it here as my 2025 Christmas must-viewing recommendation. Now, I'm sure you've all seen this one. You may even think, oh, It's a Wonderful Life, yeah. But let's watch it this year with fresh eyes. Frank Capra, an Italian-American filmmaker at a time when being Italian-American was difficult. He stumbled into a small town in upstate New York, and he just was struck by the locale, the stores, the bridge, and he molded the script around that image as his Bedford Falls. Remember the Martini family? The Italian immigrants George Bailey gets one of his Bailey Park homes for? Capra modeled them on his own family. Goat included. Capra, after all, means goat in Italian. But that's only the beginning, guys. You can go down a rabbit hole of stories about this film for days. We talked about Jimmy Stewart earlier, and what not everyone knows is that his war experiences left him with a serious case of PTSD, and he was not in a good way. Sources from the set on the day he filmed his breakdown scenes in the snow on the bridge said he wasn't acting. That ultimately, this movie and working on it is what healed him. There's tons of humor too. When Uncle Billy drunkenly walks off screen and you hear a crash, that was a stagehand dropping something. Veteran character actor Thomas Mitchell quickly ad-libbed, I'm all right, and sent the whole cast into peals of laughter. And Capri used that take in the film. There are so many stories like this one about it. Go do a dive on it before your next rewatch, and you will be glad that you did. It's a timeless classic about life and its twists and turns. Doing the right thing, even when doing the wrong thing, could be more profitable. It's a heartwarming, tear-jerking, and a masterclass in acting. It's also a reminder that no man is a failure who has friends. And in the IFB family, well, we surely have that covered. I'd like to leave you all with my yearly holiday wish for you, a quote from a Greg Lake song. I wish you a hopeful Christmas. I wish you a brave new year. All anguish, pain, and sadness, leave your heart and let your road be clear. Back to you, Pete.
Wow. Very, very well done. As usual. Great wrap up. One of the great recommendations that you had made early on was Paradise. And every once in a while I find myself thinking about it. I'm glad that it's going to be coming back. And it was just, like when you put it up as part of your deck, when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And then I quickly went through some of like, in the beginning, you don't know what's going on. It's like, you don't get, and then it's like, whoa, mind blowing,
Right?
incredible stuff. Looking forward to it. I mean, all your recommendations always spot on. So thank you for all that. I
Yeah.
did want to kind of, talk a little bit about the organization that you're with up in Lake Placid, the Arts Center, and the fact that we tried to advertise as best we could the auction, the charity auction, and so I got one of the 2-day stays, so I'll be going up visiting,
I'm so
and
excited. I can't wait.
yeah, it's gonna be great. But
Yeah.
we sent you some stuff. I know that
Yes.
the IFB stuff will also helped out in the auction, so give us a little bit of insight.
Definitely. Yes. Thank you, guys. You sent me a whole plethora of goodies, and my bosses and my marketing department just went nuts, and they were like, "Look, can we make a basket for this? Can we have an IFB basket?" And we did indeed, and it got some bids, and it went home to some very happy people. So there are some other sci-fi geeky fans up here in the North Woods, so that made me happy. And also in my staff basket, I talked about IFB. I had the IFB card in there and a few things. So I had a lot of great conversations that night with people saying, tell me more, tell me more. So hopefully we've picked up a bunch of new fans.
I hope so. You have a
Yeah.
whole bunch of greetings
Hi,
from
guys.
all over. So it's always fun to see our family come on, and from Lola to Kim and Rick and
Hi.
Erica Riley, Erica Persiani.
Hi,
Of course,
girls. Hi.
Professor Patton is with us. Thanks, Professor, coming on. Mediocre Modeler, Commander Kane, Paul Rodder's here. AJ, how are you? Jacqueline, right? Wolf Media, thank you for
Oh,
jumping
hi,
on here.
Jacqueline.
Everything that you do for sci-fi and the film festival circuits. We've been honored to actually be selected as what is it, the winners. There's part of the circuit that Wolf Media Festival has, and we've been recognized here in IFB by Wolf Media, and so thank you for that. And so the director Jacqueline has interviewed us on the podcast. She came on when she was a guest. She's with us. So thank you so much, Jacqueline, for being a supporter here at IFB. We appreciate everything you do. And I know that there's a few others. Michael Morlock, nice to see you live. And there's others that are on that are sprinkled throughout our social media, as you know, as well as the YouTube channel, which I am unfortunately not following here. But Ken, thank you for Ken Gannon. Glad that you enjoyed the package that we were able to get to you. It was very kind of you to send out all that great Battlestar original artwork in the first place.
Oh yeah.
So that was very cool. James McCoy's with us. Lisa, thank you for joining us. It's so cool to have all of you on here. And Tiny Bean, I mean, you're always coming on and giving us your all, and we really appreciate you and thank you. It's been 6 seasons now, and it's pretty crazy. So, I hope you have a great holiday season, and we look forward to having you back on the show again, of course. And I'll be seeing you hopefully in the springtime, be coming up and visiting and catching up.
Excellent, excellent. I can't wait. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, IFB family. Love to you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Fans feel the fleet, guys. We'll see you in 2026.
Cheers, Tiny Bean. If you get a
Cheers.
chance, go on and check out all of the hellos. And Karen, thank you for coming on. We love it all. Thank you.
I will indeed, and I'll be waiting for Demetrius, so I'll be in the wings.
Thank you. Thank you,
He's
John.
right here,
With
so
us as
hang
well.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, Tiny Bean. Talk to you
Bye,
soon.
guys.
Awesome. All right. Well, so we are lucky enough tonight to have someone that's an inspiration. So if you don't know,
definitely to us, I mean, that's amazing.
Witherspoon, you're going to get to know him a little bit tonight. But we've looked into a little bit of the work, right? Just a small portion of the things that he's been doing, right? I mean, it's like not this, it's like this, but it's incredible. And he's a fan. He's a sci-fi fan. So that's really cool. So we're going to bring him on. We're honored to have him here on IFB. And it's the type of, you'll see, the type of guy and the type of people that we always like to, share our time with. And he's living the dream. He's living the dream, and 5 films. He's a award-winning director, filmmaker. Demetrius Witherspoon, welcome to IFB. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Pete and Tipsy, this is awesome. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely,
our pleasure.
You're also
now it sounds like we're Chick-fil-A. Sorry.
Yeah, well, no, easy. R&B singer. You're an R&B singer, man.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how I started things. And that kind of helped me as I moved on into film. So
wow.
It's been a blast.
Wow. Now you've moved your IP and your franchise into Amazon and Tubi, the Submerge universe. And you're going to, we need you to kind of give us the background on that. And then we're going to discuss back and forth your fandom. I know that you're involved in conventions. I know that you've been doing this for a while. I'm also going to ask you about gaining the experience and expertise, right? So I want to know if ultimately you did the film school or not. And, I want to talk all about that, but, give it to us straight. Give us the whole background. Tell us the universes that you've created.
Well, like you said, I started with R&B, having bands and stuff, and wanted to create a music video. So I always liked movies and stuff. So I borrowed some money from my brother, shot a music video, 3 of them actually in a week. And I was like hooked. I was like, this is what I want to do. So me and my 14-year-old daughter, the answer to film school, we went to the university that is called YouTube. And me and my 14-year-old daughter watched that, learned how to, use the camera, what camera, and then just went out and did it. So from the music videos, and then I always loved sci-fi. So growing up on Battlestar Galactica and Star Wars and Indiana Jones, all of that. I'm a 70s, 80s kid, so we got all the best stuff, right? From that time, Bionic Man, Bionic Woman, come on. Yeah, I get excited about that kind of stuff. But yeah, just I had this idea. I was like, okay, I have this woman that is down on her luck, and she is getting chased by these men in black kind of character. That's all. That's the thought I had. But inspired by some other things, I was like, okay, so it's about a lady that gets experimented on to be a super soldier, but thrown into a multiverse, and she has to find her way out and fight for a child. And so that's where I started. And here we are 5 films later, animated pilot that's won awards over in India and certain places. And we even got picked up in Japan for a small distribution with the film. So, and we're continuing on from there.
Wow. Very, very impressive. And this is something that, this was your brainchild and you worked through this. And how long did it take you from, you said you were doing the music videos that inspired you, but to get to where you are now, how long would you say that took you?
So it's been a little bit over a decade now. Okay. So yeah, right after the music video, then the actress that was in one of my music videos, I was like, would you like to do a sci-fi film with me? And I was watching Atlantis and Stargate Atlantis and all that, so portals, other worlds. I was going George Lucas on it. That's what I wanted to do. And yeah, just went from that and just started getting people together. I didn't know anything else other than what I've seen on the behind the scenes of films. That was another part of my film school. I will watch the movies, but when I got my DVD and Blu-ray, behind the scenes, that's what I was watching. So it inspired me.
Cool stuff. But you've actually, so correct me if I'm wrong, it's not only the films though. You've done the comic book, you've done, the rest of the, the franchising that goes with, right? So Tell me about the comic book.
So yeah, so we have the 5 films, live action, and then I always wanted to get into the comic books, so I wrote those and then worked with artists in Venezuela and the Philippines, and then also a card game based off of my 4th film, Submerge Echo 51. It was done by Brett Robinson, and he made a card game that has some of the mechanics of Magic the Gathering, and it's kind of Star Wars meets Magic the Gathering card game. And then when novelization, we even got action figures.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
So this is a fan favorite, the figure. So we've been working on some projects for him, animated series too. So
wow,
yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah, hey man, it's part of eventually. I looked at George Lucas and them, and it's like, okay, got the toys and stuff like that, but I didn't realize it was part of the story also, storytelling, and so it's part of transmedia, and so that's when I have the 5 films, but then I have other ways for people to get into my story world. So from the comics, the card game, from that to even the novelization. Some people don't like DVDs or Blu-rays or movies, but they like to read. They love good stories, so they'll get the novel. So there's different ways for people to get into your story world, but also you're able to satisfy and have something that comes from you in different forms.
That is so cool. So tell us, in terms of availability, so is this on, I know that the films are Amazon and Tubi, what about the rest? So can you get the cards on Amazon as well, or where do we get the rest of the products?
So on my website, DV Entertainment Pictures, that's D like in David, V like in Victor, Entertainment Pictures with an S, .com. So that's where you can pick up the rest of that and also the Blu-rays. But we also, I say we, it's me, also have a streaming service, Submerge Universe VHX.TV or Submerge Universe TV, and you can stream all 5 of the films, and it has all the behind the scenes extras and everything. Yeah, you can get it from the website there. So so yeah, you can, you know.
So that's something like,
I don't have
so Demetrius, is it a subscription? You pay once and then you can watch all your stuff, stream it all, or how does that? What's your model? How do you work that?
Yeah, it's just like Amazon and all the other streaming services. So you can pay to rent it, or you can buy the whole thing and have it forever.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Very, very cool, man. This is the stuff that dreams are made of, Demetrius. This is not something that everybody gets to do, and you've done it. And I think it's inspiring. I believe that, some of this stuff where there's fire, if you have the fire in you and you really want to make it happen, you have to do it. You just got to, like you said, you found something that you really liked. Has it taken you into conventions?
So yes, I've been doing conventions since 2014. Before that, I was just watching people on TV dress up, I was like, okay. But when I got my film done, I got into Gen Con. That was the very first convention I got into because they also have a Gen Con film festival. So Gen Con is a gaming convention, but it's all board games. They have over 70,000 people come through, and it's growing. So I think they had close over 80,000 this year. But so yeah, therefore I've kind of started learning about world building even more so, and people cosplay, and meeting so many directors and everything from all over the world because Gen Con people congregate here in Indianapolis to go to Gen Con.
I'll tell you from experience that Gen Con is, like you said, it's a major attraction, but their film festival is highly competitive. We had sent our fan film, The Stranded Warrior, and we didn't make the cut. It's no joke. So you getting in there says something about the quality of your work. So some people, depending on who you talk to, Demetrius, will say there's really just one film festival, and that's Con. That's the one that matters. But I got to tell you, in my opinion, when you get yourself into your film gets into a film festival or whatever it may be, what it says to me is that you've actually put in the time and somebody else has seen value in it, right? Maybe the same, similar to what you've put in, they've seen, and it gives me the recognition. And now I know that what you've made has this other level, right? There's another level to it. And I admire that and I respect that. So, that's a great thing. Not that you need to hear that from me, but it means something outside of just saying, oh, I got to do a film festival. Well, tell you what, Gen Con is competitive and it does mean something.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I tell people all the time, especially filmmakers, try to get to a film festival. If your film doesn't even get in there, if it's within an hour or whatever, 2 hours, get there, because that's when you connect with other filmmakers and producers. I've meeting with people that was from the UK and from TV shows, out in LA, and later seeing them on TV and stuff. But we were able to break bread and talk about different things, and so that inspires you to keep going forward. So I've done countless of film festivals and things, but also having a booth, and so that's how I've also built out with my transmedia. So I have my Blu-rays, and yes, these are not dead. This has all 5 films on it and all the extras. Everything that you get with the streaming, you get with the Blu-ray if you got it. And some people, hey, I don't have a Blu-ray, but I want to support, or I want this physical copy. And then therefore I have the streaming service. It's like, I don't have a Blu-ray player, DVD player. Well, I got it streaming too, and so you can buy it here. So I got a way for that, for them to do that just right there. So and so between that and all the different merch, the cups and different hats and comics and things like that, posters. So all of that is to get people into the world, the IP that I've created. And it's nothing else like, as you keep going, because there's times when nobody's coming around, nobody's cheering you on, but you keep going. And those moments when I was at Gen Con, and it was probably the the 5th or 6th time that I was at Gen Con with my film, and somebody came in and said, so in episode 3, when you did such and such, and I was like, oh my God, somebody's catching on.
I got a fanboy.
Yeah. Did you tell him to get a life? Is that what you said to him? Listen, dude, you got to get a life and get a girlfriend and move out of your parents' house. Is that what you said to him?
No, I said, you are the greatest person in the world. Thank you.
Excellent.
So yeah, and just being able to give back when I can, because there's so many people, they have dreams and things like me. So it's like, how do I get started? So that's why I like doing panels as well. So I do a lot of panelists. A lot of times I'm brought in as a guest to do panels, along with having the booth. And so young and old, just being able to help people realize that, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. And if I don't have the answer, I know enough people I can reach out to help you.
That is so cool. I noticed somewhere out there in the web world, I think I picked up that you also, besides doing panels, you do help people. You teach as much as you can, right?
Yeah. Either having different workshops and things like that at libraries.
Oh wow.
Or just different events that I can be able to do that at. And that's been so satisfying, because like I said, people that's been dreaming of doing something for a long time, but they just don't know how to cross that bridge in some kind of way. And that's the biggest joy, when their eyes light up. Is like, oh, somebody that I can tell me how to do this, and especially young people. It's been, I've had artists come to me and never did anything before, so I had her come aboard, paid her to do trading cards for us, had her as my guest when I was a guest at a con at my table. A few weeks later, or a month later, she started doing animation, and so that was her very first time. So she animated with my characters. I woke up seeing on Facebook my characters being animated, and so I helped her with the story and everything. Her computer couldn't even keep up with what she was doing. I edited it, had the cast come back in, voice their characters, and then we submitted it to film festivals all over the world and won Best Director, Best Picture on that. So Submerge Craig Conquest, which is on YouTube now.
Wow. That is so cool. I wanted to ask you about 2026, because I think you have something coming out. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. So I seen your other podcasts. I can't think the ones that did the neighbor, and
that was Intruder Films.
Yeah.
Intruder Films. Yep.
And so when y'all got to talking about AI as a tool, I just was eating it all up. I was like, that is how it is. And so with everything, the industry trying to change and everything like that, or it is changing, AI is a tool to be used. And so in 2026, I have animated kids series that's going to be out. It's going to be 6 episodes. It's called Submerge Universe Finney's Adventures. And I just dropped the trailer today on YouTube. So Submerge Universe Finney's Adventures. And I've already had good response because I kind of sneak previewed it at a con a few weeks ago. And, you know, between that and the kids getting their posters and stuff of the character, it was just a good feedback from it. And so I can't wait to for people to get into the series. It's fun. It's everything that we grew up on, in a sense of Finney and Nobi are going on adventures, but they learn life lessons as they go along.
Cool.
And so,
yeah. Do you want to watch the trailer?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my show.
No. I mean, is it okay to play it? I mean, meaning.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're not going to hit any things. Hang on.
No, that's
I'm going to switch the system.
Right, so we're going to play the trailer to your upcoming. This is to the upcoming series.
Hi, my name is Liz, and I love adventures. Oh, want to come with me and meet my friend Finney? He has the best adventures. Do you like exploring deep oceans, flying through space, and meeting amazing new friends? Then you're gonna love what's coming. So come on, let's go get submerged.
Wow. That looks, I wouldn't have known that wasn't a Disney product. Looks great. Looks great.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Right. It's got that feel, which is, I think, something that, you want to be able to capture, and you did. It looks great. I wouldn't have known that it wasn't, Hollywood produced, Hollywood, put out. I mean, that's great stuff, man. I hope you're very proud of that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
That was amazing. Yeah, that looks. That's AI, right?
Yeah, that was AI. That was AI.
Amazing. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
the come in next week. Yeah, you got to come in next week. We have another award-winning AI person.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if he's next week or the week after next, but he did a couple of AI stuff. But I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. You use the actress Holly. She did the voice for Liz, and Liz is part of my live action stories and films, and so I just wanted something for the kids to be able to get into and just have fun with that. And so that's what I think with AI, the combination of the two, it being used as a tool, just like visual effects are, now's the time to learn all this, because I'm telling you what, like was mentioned, like, by, I don't know, another 5 years, if that, things are going to be very, it's in everything. So, and
totally
it's going
agree.
to have its own lane too. I still like working with actors. I'm still going to do that. But hey, when money is, as an independent filmmaker, when money is tight, and this is another way to be able to get your stories out.
I totally agree. I think it's you look at it as the back in the day of the Hollywood VFX people and those people that barrier kept you from doing anything that it was anything close to what we can do now. So those people who are the gatekeepers of those are now sweating bullets because the independent filmmakers like ourselves and yourself have the ability now to create something that is of Hollywood level. It is of, it's something that we could never have done on a budget. We could have never done with our skill sets sometimes. And it's just so amazing that barrier is being broken down. And I think AI is if like you were saying, you got to get on board with the AI because it's like, if you're like, oh, those silly cars, why do people drive those silly cars? You just stay with a horse. The horse works fine. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna get blown away soon. That car's gonna race by you, and you're gonna be sitting there on that horse.
Yeah. It's I just try to not listen to a lot of that because, again, like you said, it puts everybody on the same level, and it's not just punch a button. You really got to know.
You still have to work it. Yeah.
You got to know shots and things like that, and so, it's definitely not a push button. Move with that, and even with the live action sci-fi film that I got coming up, I'm ready to really work with the live action and the animation to see what else I can do. With visual effects in the background, we might not need green screens anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if you can afford to go non-green screen and go with a like the Mandalorian with the actual things in the background, which are becoming a lot cheaper, by the way. But I mean, we've got Unreal Engine, which I play around with for video and things like that. So you start combining all of these tools together. It's not just a simple push button. I'm going to go to a website and type in my AI stuff, and I'm going to get this great thing. And I was like, oh, well, you know what? It doesn't work that way.
No,
you need to know the shot. You need to know what direction you're coming from. You need to know the lighting. You need to say, hey, it needs to be at night. You have to script that all in. But then again, you might not get what you want, which means you have to take it from there and drop it into a video editing program. And then the video editing program create maybe another shot and go, okay, this is the shot I'm looking for. And you drop that back into AI and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. There's art behind it. There isn't something, it's definitely not push button. And that thing that you've done there with this, that's amazing.
It's really cool.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Thank you.
So, Demetrius, we got a request from Jacqueline Wolfhard from Wolf Media. She wanted to hear you tell us, give us your, do you have a YouTube channel besides your personal, whatever it is, just tell us where we can find all the stuff.
Submerge Universe on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Submerge Universe, and then all the movies is on Submerge Universe VHX TV or Submerge Universe TV. You can find all the films and behind the scenes, and then some of them are on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and Tubi.
Cool. Where you mentioned that you had actually debuted, you premiered the trailer that we just put up at was it a festival or a convention not too long ago? Can you tell us which one it was?
It was a fan con it's called Starbase Indy in Indianapolis, and so they have a lot of actors. I was a guest there, and they have actors from Star Trek come in. That's been really cool to break bread in the morning, or at dinner and talk about Star Trek. And so so yeah, that's where I did that. But the reactions from the kids and everything from that, some of them didn't even see the trailer. They seen that poster and it's like, oh my, I want a plushie toy. I want,
Excellent.
Yeah. So all of that's coming. We got my plans together for toys and everything else, the merch for all that. So
cool. So let's then sidestep just a little bit and establish a little more on your fan background. You're here amongst fans like yourself growing up in the 70s and 80s and the 90s. The core, of course, is 70s and 80s, and you have a great picture with some of the original cast members of Battlestar Galactica. Where is this, and how does this come about?
Well, I got invited. One of my actors, Bishop Stevens, he's in a bunch of Netflix shows and different movies. He was a guest at a con in St. Louis, and then they invited me to be there. So had a booth, and Richard Hatch and all of them were there, and I'm just screaming on the inside. And then he comes over to the booth, and he's like, because I got my films and stuff showing and whatever, and he comes over to the booth. He's like, "Hey, we're going out to dinner tonight. Would you like to go with us?" And
what?
Yeah, I was just like, "What the what?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And he loved hibachi grills.
Yep.
And Jack was there. The different. And Dirk Benedict and them didn't get to come. Boomer, they wasn't there, but who you see there in the picture, they all came. And so it was just surreal sitting there, and Richard Hatch was throwing salt and packets back and forth to Jack, Adam, and they're just playing. I'm just like, what? This is
That's so cool.
So I picked up my little iPad and I took a quick pitch, video. I got a little clip video, but at the end we all got a picture. But it was just cool. They were just really nice. Richard Hatch, that dude was so nice and encouraging. And we talked, and then with the whole group, he's like, "So tell me about Submerge." And I was just like, okay. And, all eyes are on me. And it's like, these are my childhood heroes,
Asking you about your stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, it was truly amazing time. And they were really cool people. And eating breakfast with, Boomer and I hope I'm not butchering Dirk Benedict. I think I'm saying it right.
Yep.
So we're sitting there eating, and my wife brings me bacon. He's like, "Oh, when it was on A-Team, Mr. T would come with his bacon and his juice and a big old plate of it, and that's what he would eat in the morning." And I was just like, really? I mean, we're just sitting there, just chilling and talking. And that made the trip even better. So we got
a lifetime. Yeah.
That is so cool, man. Jack is a regular here. We're friends with Jack now for a few years, and he comes on regularly on IFB, and we'll reminisce, and we'll talk about his theater background, and
yes.
It's almost like taking a master class, because we'll encourage him to just give it to us, and he does. He doesn't hold back, and we really enjoy having him on. He'll probably be. I think he'll be back with us next month.
Yes, definitely next month. I don't have an exact date yet. No, I do have an exact date. I'll find it.
Yeah, we do. We definitely have. We call him up. He says, "Give me a day in advance, and I can pop on if you want." And we've had him do that, so nice. We're happy to have Jack, and we've had a lot of the stars come on. So you've gotten to know a little bit of them. It's too bad that Richard left too early. It's a shame. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring this up. James McCoy, he's with the Starbase Indiana staff. So he's a big IFB fan. He's watching now.
Nice.
So he just popped that up. Thanks for mentioning that, James. And also wanted to kind of show you some of the things that I picked up. You know, my parents are retired. Well, they're retired, but they're moving to Florida. And I went into, you know, it's like I got that call. Either you come and get your stuff or it's going to get thrown out. And in my Galactica box was this Super Mag.
Nice.
1979. And I remember, you know, getting this. And let's see, I just want to quickly share. So here's some really cool pictures. And this was my original. Got this, you know, back in school was like $1, which was a lot, but you know,
yeah,
a buck for that. And I found next to it was this. This is the General Mills Space Operations Manual. You'd have to send away for it. And I saved money to buy the cereal and not even eat it, but just, you know, I had to get like the proof of purchase or whatever it was.
Count Chocula rules.
Yeah. Especially if you're not diabetic, of course. But I also had this tucked away.
That picture. It looks
This
horrible.
is my copy of the TV Guide. This is the New York metropolitan
Head
area
is
one.
way too big in that picture.
And I wanted to actually just real quick, I wanted to share the pictures. A lot of the fans are familiar with what's in here, but here you go. Here's my original TV Guide that I saved.
Nice.
Here it is, Battlestar Galactica, and the ad for King Kong, of course, was in here. And some of you had mentioned Professor Patton talking about King Kong was on it, this competing, fighting hostile rays, evil aliens, and complex lawsuits. So there's an article I haven't read in, you know, what, I don't know, 40 years. I'm not
I don't
sure
like
if
Star Wars now.
Battlestar Bulletin Board may have put that up, but I got mine, and you know, we'll talk more about this at a later date. But I figured we'd get a kick out of that since you're a fan as well.
Yeah.
So hey, Demetrius, I got to ask you. You know, I happen to be of Greek descent, and I was wondering if your Greek friends call you Dimitri or Jimmy.
Well, no, it's just Demetrius. That's it, or D. You know,
but I had a cousin Demetrius, and we used to call him Taki because, you know, that's just another. It's either that. So, you know, it's funny because, you know, when the Greeks would come here in early, you know, 1900s, they would want to, you know, adopt an American name. So Demetrius became Jimmy. I don't know how that translates, but you keep that Demetrius just the way it is, my friend.
Okay, all right.
I love it. I love it.
That's when I heard the Jimmy one. That's a new one. I like that.
But so you've heard Dimitri though, right? Dimitri is.
Oh yeah.
Dimitri. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Love it.
All right. So, wishful thinking now.
Oh yes.
You've given the opportunity to, let's say, produce a film. Since you love to produce and write a film on any of the 1970s, 1980s movies, which movie or film, we'll even go TV show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than Star Wars, Star Trek, those are out.
Okay.
They're the big ones. Everybody picks those. Battlestar, we'll go ahead and push that one out anyways because, you know, hey, we're here.
Right. So
what movie would you love to do like a sequel to? What movie would you love to write for, maybe recreate? What's your dream?
Bionic Man.
Oh
yes.
Didn't even think. Boom, just like that.
An actor and everything for it. Now, I was trying to, but he didn't want to do it. But I'm like, man, we could do an awesome fan film of that.
Oh,
and we'd do the
that'd be awesome.
And all that.
I don't think there's any fan films. I can't remember any fan films out there.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, there's not. And it could be done. You know, we can find all the 70s kind of like clothes, and we got slow motion, and we got the sound. So that's the fan film I want to do. I would throw the Bionic Woman in there too. I got
What
to
about the
meet
dog? Come on, the Bionic dog. Come on.
Oh yeah, the dog
Bigfoot,
too.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch. You got to get Sasquatch.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's where we go. Yeah, I got a friend. She works on Star Wars and different things, and she worked on even Star Wars the Skeleton Crew. So the elephant, the parents. She made, she helped design and make that. So we're always talking about costumes and, practical effects. And so that would probably be one that she would like to tackle. And, but yeah, that's the one. That's the one I've been thinking about.
So Demetrius, cool. if you were to take the time out to do the fan film, right? So we're just going to we'll expand a little bit on this. Would you consider doing a crowdfunding? How would you actually, budget wise, what would, how long do you think you would make it? Those kind of thoughts, maybe off the top of your head. What do you think?
Well, I would probably do a short with it, but it'd be a really tight short. Okay. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And yeah, I could do crowdfunding, but if I find enough actors and DPs that want to be on board and we knock it out within a week or so, a weekend or so,
yeah,
we can make it happen.
It can be done.
Yeah.
Well, you got to keep us posted.
You got to write it now. Now you got to write it. You don't have a choice now.
You got to write it. If it ever happens, you got to come back to IFB and we will help you promote it. And we'll whatever it takes. Now look. Fanfill is one thing. Obviously, any of your professional stuff as well. Whatever you got going on, you have time. You want to have somewhere to promote it. We have a platform here for you. So take that away from our meeting here and our little commiserating on your products and your great works and stuff. So you always have a place to come, a place to land. And we'd love to help you promote your stuff. You're a fan like we are. And, the side project of the fan film is, that's a passion project.
Yes.
It's close to our hearts as well. So remember that we're here for you for whatever you're going to do.
I can't fly out to Indiana, but I'll give it a hell of a shot.
All right. We can make it. Yeah, we can make it happen. And I really like Indiana because we're right here in the Midwest. And so there's not so much red tape because a lot of people haven't had filming going on in the area unless it's really Chicago, maybe Bloomington. There's been some movies shot here, of course, Hoosiers and all those different things, but it's still a little bit open. So I don't have to get a lot of permits for different things. And plus there's a studio here called the Box Studio. We were the first independent film, producers and crew to film there. So that's kind of like our Submerge universe home. And they do have the dome or the screens and everything like you talked about. They do have that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So,
wow.
So yeah, those things can happen. But it would be like a weekend or something. I would want to be able to knock that out. But I kind of do my IP because that's what I know what fans are liking. And I got other things I like, Westerns and things like that. I grew up on John Wayne, Gone with the Wind. I like musicals and all of that. Just a film. I love film, all types.
I want to see somebody redo Westworld. Better than the HBO thing. I want the original Yulebrenner Westworld.
They went pretty far on the Westworld.
Yeah, they did
far
off.
It was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Once again, it wasn't anything like Future World and Westworld, and those two were amazing in the 70s.
Oh, you know what I like to do is the Planet of the Apes 70s style.
Oh, Pete is a huge Planet of the Apes.
And I was at a con and somebody came through with makeup in Planet of the Apes, 1970, 80, 78, makeup, and I was a little kid again because they
yeah.
really did it well, and their mouth was moving like I was like, oh, we need pictures from everybody. You know? So that's the fun thing about going to cons. You know, you get to meet and see so many fan favorites.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me tell you, if you ever have time and you want to read a crossover, Professor Eric Patton wrote Battlestar Galactica 1978 comes to Earth, and it's Planet of the Apes.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Who'd you say that?
It's Professor Patton, Eric Patton. We'll get you a link. It's up on one of the websites that actually hosts all the fanzine stuff.
Fanzines, yeah.
And I read it. Oh my God, it was just he's been writing. A good friend of ours here on IFB and consulting with us on projects, and so he was able to capture the spirit of the characters, the Battlestar Galactica, but the Planet of the Apes as well, and being able to find that crossover, and then getting them to interact, and you read it and it's like it's really them. So like a movie's playing in your head.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. We'll get you a link. You'll definitely enjoy it. It's
awesome.
Really cool.
And there's always I'm a big Cylon fan. There's always the Battlestar Galactica crossover.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Where the Cylons, which were supposed to be the reptilian race instead of machines, but they made it reptilian because the censors couldn't kill reptilians. I mean, so they were all machines. But that was a good one too. But anyways, I digress. And there's even one, Pete. There's even one where the you were talking about Stargate. There's a crossover Stargate to Battlestar Galactica.
Huh. Yeah, I have to check that out, and we'll have to do a whole nother episode on V.
Oh yeah,
because that's my jam too.
V? Oh my God,
we're in it.
Which one? The old one or the remake?
Yeah, the old one.
The old one.
We was in it. The first one, and then the TV series, and the mini series, 2 of those, and then the series. That
was super cool sci-fi. That was the first, one of the first ones that you got to see on TV that really had really good effects in regards to the makeup and the eating of the rat. I remember her eating the rat. They showed the practical effects they did with that, actually a mechanical face and then break and cut away to it for something that was on 3 seconds. They spent so much time to do that.
Right.
So,
for that time period, and for the visual effects for TV, that was all we needed. So, and when the babies were born, so it kind of actually inspired little things in mind now, like one of my characters, Liz, is kind of named after Elizabeth, and so that's because every summer we would do a marathon of V.
Oh,
or it was more winter actually. We would pop in about 3 or 4 VCR tapes that is all on, and we would just watch V.
Nice.
For a whole weekend.
Yeah. So. I think the things I rewatch all the time is V, Rollerball.
Okay.
I rewatch Buck Rogers. Killed.
Yeah.
God bless his soul.
I got that.
And of course, one of my other favorites was Flash Gordon, the remake, the Queen soundtrack. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic. But
He's
of course,
such a
Logan's Run ranks right up to the top. Somebody has to remake Logan's Run.
Yeah, that would be a good sci-fi to make.
And the original book was, even actually Planet of the Apes original book and Logan's Run original book should be remade those ways, because if you get a chance to read, or in my case listen to the book, there's such great stories. The movies were great, but the books were even better.
Yeah.
So if you never got a chance to read those or listen to those, I'm digressing. I know Pete's like, come on, we got somebody else coming on.
I gotta bring up. I have some comments that have to be brought to Demetrius'
Let me pull
attention.
those comments up then. Hang
Yes.
on. We'll go
Okay.
there.
So
there we go.
There we go. Lisa Madewell says you can fund it with all the plushies you're going to sell.
Lisa, she's an awesome friend and producer and writer. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, so the next comment I got to bring up is it's a question. It's from Mediocre Modeler. If you ever need someone that can make props,
you need a
Mediocre
prop
Modeler is
master?
a good friend of
You
ours.
better get a hold of Mediocre,
And,
yeah.
Oh yeah, he is incredible. He's made stuff for both of our films, The Stranded Warrior and The Terror Protocol Resurrection. Because we had some practical effects, and we needed some helmets and some things. And man, the guy's incredible. Yes, that's right.
These.
Oh yeah.
This is. You'll probably recognize this. Whoops.
Battlestar Galactica Evil.
There it is.
That's Count Ibli's emblem.
Oh yeah, it's
never
beautiful.
made one before, but he made it.
Oh, and it's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, so Demetrius, Mediocre Modeler wants to know, what is your favorite musical? But it doesn't have to be one. You can go with a couple.
Well, I like La La Land.
Okay.
And it's kind of a newer one. Gone with the Wind, and Gone with the Wind is not a musical. The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a classic. And Singing in the Rain, all of that. So yeah. Just kind of grew up on all of that, and it's kind of helped me as I'm writing and doing film now. Because sci-fi a lot of times is just it can be a reflection of what's going on in society now, or parts of you, and so. So yeah, that's kind of all factored in when I'm writing my series.
I'm gonna ask you my question then. Did you have a chance to see Wicked?
I haven't got to see that yet, but I've seen some behind the scenes and stuff on that, and part of my training or things that I try to do research is watching Actors on Actors or Actors Roundtable. So I watch those and directors, and I get so much from it because they deal with a lot that we deal with. It's just maybe on a greater scale, but still just getting into that mindset. So yeah.
Cool. Very cool. I was lucky enough to see Wicked on Broadway, and on Broadway is Broadway, so yeah. Well, look, Demetrius, like I told you before, we'd like to have you back. We want to help you in any way we can. We have a good time talking sci-fi. There's so many more things to discuss, more about your world, your IP, getting into so Tipsy and I, we watched some of your trailers before you came on. That doesn't do your stuff justice. We're gonna go watch some of your stuff. You come back, and then we'll talk more. We'll do some deep diving. You walk us through some of the concepts maybe, and we'll do what you talk about, like what's it like to put it together on a different level once we've seen some of your films, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll be happy to. I've had a good time.
Awesome. So with that said, it's the holidays are coming up, whatever you may celebrate, whatever it may be. New Year at a minimum, right? New Year's coming, so that's there, and we want to wish you well. Looking forward to 2026. I think is going to bring a lot of good things for you, for us, for our fans, for everybody out there. So with that thought, happy holidays to you, Demetrius. Yep. Happy holidays to everybody, and we just look forward to having you back.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Keep dreaming. the dreams keep creating those
Oh,
things.
thank you so much.
Those are amazing things, and we will be in touch because I've got lots of questions we didn't get to in regard to what you're doing and the
we'll
TV pieces and everything else is something we're very interested in.
Yeah,
we're gonna milk your brain. You wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody have a good time with your family and be safe. And I want to thank you again for having me on, and go check out my films if you haven't seen it yet. So Submerge Universe on all platforms.
Yep.
You'll be able to find me in Submerge Universe TV.
And everybody has the links in the chat. So
yeah. And we're going to send you some links to some of the stuff we talked about. So the fan fiction and stuff. So have a great one, Demetrius. Hope to see you again in 2026. Give us a heads up, and we'll set you up, man.
Definitely want to see whenever you get the animated piece done.
Oh yeah.
And don't forget to stop by and check out Emil Smith. I don't know exactly what date he's on, but he is somebody who's really big into the AI filmmaking.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Peace to you, Demetrius.
The fleet.
Here.
All right.
Oh, we needed another hour for that.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's why we have him come back, and then we'll take apart, some more of what he's done and some more of that stuff. And oh boy, we have our final segment with, of course, the Admiral, who's waiting in the green room. And
wow, I've all special tonight.
Yeah, because I've kind of brought it up more than once. I want to see the Monster Maroons, and he's got it, and I got to tell you, it looks great. So here he is. Bran, welcome to IFB. Thank you for taking the time out, and look at you, man, looking good.
Thanks, guys. No, I kept telling you I'd wear this thing, and
and now that it's wintertime and not so hot up there, right?
That's the idea. Is exactly as I was kind of hoping it was finally cold enough to wear this thing. It's not, but that's okay.
The background
it's like
you got
50.
there, sir.
Oh yes, I'm in a different spot in the apartment because my office is a mess. That's actually my Eagle Moss ship collection of 300 plus ships. I have a small problem. Sorry. Yeah.
Hi. My name's Bran.
I don't know what happens to those
problem.
one day. No, not a problem. But I do have something actually not Star Trek related that came up at a con. I have the LP. Yeah, it's probably going to reflect a lot, but it is in great shape actually. So I picked it up from a con we just did. And it's I haven't actually put it on the record player yet. I do actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I do. That's kind of strange because randomly I bought it not too long ago and have like 5 records. Now I have 6. But, that was just kind of, I saw that and I couldn't, it was a great deal actually, and I couldn't pass it up. So I bought it immediately.
I tell you, when I was at the Denver con, what was it called?
Fan Expo
in Denver. That was one of the very few places that had a large amount of the older shows that we were interested in.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of cons, and there isn't much there. The only other one that beat Denver was Kentucky. And really, it was like, wow, there's so much older stuff at Kentucky. It was great.
Oh, that's pretty cool. No, I saw that. This was a little con we just did. It was a Christmas con down at a mall in Colorado Springs, and one of the record guys was down there, and I was looking for Trek records, which they didn't have any of, by the way. But I saw that and grabbed that and 2 Star Trek laser discs, because who doesn't need a laser disc?
You got a laser disc player?
No, never in my life have I owned a laser disc player. But they're in great shape too. But it's a very strange media, right? Laser discs. But
yes,
that is kind of weird.
If you would have came back and said it was what was the? Oh god damn! Hang on, it's not gunshots. It's just an idiot driving.
Sure. Those are connected.
Yeah. We believe you. We believe you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I live in DC. It's okay. Duck.
So, Bran,
I would have really been shocked if you came back and said it was what was it? 8mm? No,
beta tapes.
Beta tapes.
Betamax.
Betamax.
Cool. That's
cool.
Like,
Betamax was a better tech than VHS.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
It really was.
And it was actually better quality than the laser discs.
Yeah. But anyway, we're not here to talk about laser discs and Betamax and 8 tracks and stuff like that. No, not really. But it's all part of the same stuff, right? But I mean, we're all waiting. So get to Star Trek stuff, right?
Yeah.
We're all waiting a couple of weeks.
Before we start the Star Trek stuff, show me the cuffs,
all right.
please.
What?
Show me the cuffs on that.
Oh, the cuffs.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. This is a full undershirt. The turn clasp turns. It actually has the snaps. You can't hear.
Wow. It has the snaps.
It does. It's got the snaps and the chain.
Cool.
Not sure if that will not work, but it's got actually a chain.
There we go. Now do it again.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep. You got the chain in between the snaps.
Wow.
This was like literally, I have wanted this uniform, since '82 when Wrath of Khan came out. Had set many milestones in front of me to buy it, and then this year was just like, no, I'm just going to do it. I don't care anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's hot because it is literally, you got this jacket, which is already, this in parts is almost 5 layers thick of material.
No kidding.
Because you've got the outside, you've got the inside, you've got the interfacing. You could feel it.
Wow.
I don't have the moving blood stain. Sorry.
That's the advanced one.
Yeah, that's the advanced one, and it's missing a few things. I don't have the Admiral's band yet. I got to buy that. And this pillow, which is what this rank pin sits on, is called a pillow. Is not quite the right size for my pin, but that's neither here nor there. But 99% of people don't know, so it doesn't really matter. But it's great to wear. It feels great to wear. It's heavy. It feels like a uniform, to be honest.
Cool.
And thanks to Fan Sets for all the great pins. That's their magnet officer badge their Admiral bar up here. I think this one's theirs too. The pips and squeaks, which are what these things are called for the ranks for your year in service. I've had these since I was 16, I think.
Wow.
And that's when I got this buckle too, actually. I've had this for absolutely ever. I do need a better belt someday, and I'm not actually wearing the boots because I really would be dead by now. Also, I spent 4 hours driving around my state to date for work, so I've been really busy today. But anyway,
Star Trek stuff.
I have another little cool thing to show off. I spent a lot of money and bought the Enterprise Lego set that came out. And this is the freebie gift. I'll step closer. This is the shuttle Elbez of Okinawa. Elbez is the other one. The back opens and closes. The doors open and close. The hatch opens in the front. And it comes with Ensign Ro Laren minifig. Who can actually sit inside, but I can never make that work because my hands are too big. I have not finished the Enterprise. It is over there on my dining room table in many bags, way over there. It is a lot of Lego, and I haven't done Lego since I was a kid. I'm on bag 3 of 30, I think, right now. And I just have I think the part I built is about this big. So it's going to take a while. I was hoping to have it done by Christmas, but life got in the way. But that is a great set. They sold out on Black Friday. They sold out in like a half hour. It was something crazy like that.
Wow.
I managed to get mine. I like time. Time is great. So it went on sale midnight East Coast time, which is 10 p.m. my time. So at 10:01, I was buying that puppy. I got it less than a week later. A friend of mine got his too. He's not going to put it together though. I'm silly. This was easy. This is just a little set. You can't get this anymore. This was the freebie, the thank you gift. It also came with 2 other sets. I think it's a hot chocolate stand and a castle. I don't know. But I don't know what I'm going to do with those. But hey, whatever. But no, the Lego Enterprise is out. If you haven't seen it, it is absolutely huge. It is mammoth. So maybe by next time we get together, I will have dedicated half my life to building that thing.
Cool. Yeah,
we'd
my
love
job
to see
or
that.
something.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be pretty big. So that's impressive. Of course, we've got Starfleet Academy coming out in just about 3 weeks, January 15th. There was a 4-minute kind of teaser trailer that dropped about a week ago. If you haven't seen it, go find it on YouTube. It looked really good. I'm still confused about it, but that's okay. We'll find out when we get there. That's what the teasers are for, right? But it looked really good. I like the fact that the hologram Both the Doctor and the bad guy that was a hologram in the teaser aren't flickering. I hate that discovery. If you watch Disco, all the holograms always flickered for some reason, kind of like the LED lights behind me. So I always hated that. I don't know why in the 32nd second we haven't fixed flickering holograms. But anyway, but there's bad news in the Star Trek world. With Skydance purchasing Paramount, there's already 2 vendors that make fantastic stuff that have not been able to renew their licensing because of the increase in the cost. Retrospect Studios, who makes beautiful artwork. If you haven't seen her work, I'm sure that's the website, Retrospect Studios, but she makes fantastic paintings that are just expensive and beautiful, but they should be. It's great work. She just couldn't afford the licensing anymore. And then there's a company that I met, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago at the Star Trek Las Vegas convention called Hero Within.
Yes.
They make jackets. I have almost every one of their jackets, as a matter of fact. They actually make the away team jacket that goes with this uniform. It's not screen accurate. It's close, but it's not quite screen accurate. I got to decide if I'm going to buy that. Yes, I'm going to buy that. But they also couldn't afford their licensing anymore, so they have to stop production, which is really sad because it was really nice to have jackets finally, and they were good quality jackets. I have a Section 31 jacket that I wear to work all the time, and it's nice in this cold weather that we have here. It's really warm. So that's just sad that, that.
Oh,
there we go. We're good. Oh.
Nope. Froze. You
There
froze.
we are, right?
Yeah, we're good now.
You're back. Okay.
Okay. All right. Gotta love technology. But yeah, it's a shame that that's happening. I'm hoping that just means that they're going to bring other vendors in that can afford, or they're just trying to change it up. But who knows with Skydance, right? Like that the whole Star Trek universe is in turmoil right now. The owner of Skydance has come out and said that the movies are a priority. Don't know what that means at this point. But there's a movie that's rumored to be starting production, or I guess not production, but pre-production, with the directors that did the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I don't remember their names off the top of my head. Which sounds really interesting because that was a really good movie if I haven't seen that one. But it's supposed to be totally original and not anybody we know. So that's weird. There won't be any more Kelvin Universe movies. They've kind of nixed that. That's gone. So it's kind of a shame they didn't get another movie, a 4th movie, because it's been talked about for, I don't know, like 3 years now. Be nice to wrap up that story a little bit better. But I think with the actor that played Chekhov, Anton, and his tragic death, that I think that really kind of spiraled that whole thing out of control for a while.
Yeah.
So, we don't know what we're getting. We're getting a season and a half more of Strange New Worlds. We're getting at least 2 seasons of Academy, and then it's a giant question mark. Like there's a bunch of rumors that maybe Star Trek will go quiet for a little bit, kind of let it sit for a little bit and bring it back again like it did before. I hope that's not true, because it's really been nice to have constant Star Trek. But at the moment we don't. It's kind of questionable right now. So that's where we sit, right? I mean, that's the world of Star Trek, thanks to big mergers of giant companies.
We'll keep our fingers crossed. In the meantime, I want to let you know the offer I had made you, some of the old-time paperbacks and novels that
Look at the yellow on those pages.
Oh, yeah. Here's, here's an old one, Death's Angel.
Oh, wow.
And Strangers from the Sky is a real good one as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so I have this and a couple other things. When you get a chance, Bran, send me an address and I will send all this stuff to you so that
thank you.
You can use this for charity or whatever the whatever you need, whatever Star Trek needs out by your way, USS Tiburon, our ship, our organization. Well, it's not the organization, but it's our ship. So I am a member of your area, your district. So we'll you know what to do with those. I just want to quickly say that James McCoy says hello, happy holidays, Brad, from Region 1 Starfleet International, USS Gorkon. So he's on here, and good IFB fan and follower, and fan of yours as well. And I just want to wish you all the best and have a great holiday season, and live long and prosper, my friend.
Absolutely, guys. You have a great holiday season. Stay safe, stay warm. And it's 70 tomorrow here in Denver, so I don't know what that means.
Wow.
We haven't even seen snow.
Crazy.
We're going to be 70. I think it's almost 70 on Christmas here next week
weird.
too. So
Oh,
it is very
bizarre.
weird this year. So, but yeah, absolutely, guys. Have a great holiday. Stay safe. I'll get you that information, and of course, we'll definitely put it to good use. I just got a donation today of all 7 seasons of Next Gen on DVD, as a matter of fact, from a friend at work. And I haven't got a chance to open that box yet to see what's in there, but we'll find out. But yeah, no, absolutely no problem. And always appreciate you guys, and you guys have a great one, and we'll see you in 2026.
Yes, sir.
All the
Hands
best.
to the fleet.
That's awesome, man. I've been bugging Bran to come on for so long, and he put on the Monster Maroon.
nice
So
one.
cool. They look so cool. I'm so happy for that. Thank you so much, Bran, for doing that. Hey, listen, we had a bunch of others pop on, and George
Nope,
Zuvalos, I see you. Thank you for dropping in. The great
Go back,
news from
that wasn't
George
all of them. Get
Zuvalos
back over there.
is that Once a Week for Life that we worked on and were involved in is going to have a limited theatrical release in New York, Philly, and a couple other places. And we'll be there. We're going to attend, of course. And then it's going into streaming. So Amazon, Apple, etc. will have Once a Week for Life. It's a two-part feature, 2 feature films, part 1 and part 2. And so, George, we'd like to have you on. Obviously, I believe February is all open, give you enough time to schedule, so you'll hear from us directly. But looking forward to having you come on and talk about, you starred in The Stranded Warrior. So that's something in and of itself. Just a small piece of the bigger world that he lives and works in. Award-winning, filmmaker, writer, director, producer, actor. But his first of 2 feature-length movies, Once a Week for Life, that Tipsy and I, and of course, my cousin George, were all deeply involved in, is heading towards not only theatrical release, but it's going to be streaming soon. So we'll let you know. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's in possibly in March. So hopefully we'll be able to get George Zuvalos on in February before the big premieres happen, big releases, and he'll come on and talk to us all about it. And we're going to talk a little bit of The Stranded Warrior as well, because we haven't had a chance to do that, but we will. And then of course we will have the other leads and the other actors that were a part of The Stranded Warrior come on as well, and we'll talk all about that. We're rounding out the year, Tipsy. We've gotten over 20 awards internationally for our fan film, The Stranded Warrior. So, that's great. I'll be posting the final numbers for this year. We have several other film festivals we're waiting for the Stranded Warrior. And we have like almost 20 awards for the Tower Protocol Resurrection. So
Crazy.
That's a heck of a way to round out the year. But we also have a few more festivals. And then we're going to do a double premiere in May. So we will have an actual physical premiere, looks like May of 2026 in New York City. We'll let you know where it's going to be. It's a charity function. And so if you guys are able to, you're around, you're close by, we'll let you know. We'll have a red carpet. We'll do the whole 9 yards in New York City for both our projects. We're hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll be able to premiere the trailer for Once a Week for Life, and we're going to do a couple of other films that the star, Captain Martin, George Zuvalos himself, is involved with, and so maybe we'll be able to see those as well on the same evening. So it's going to be a really, really cool event, and we'll keep all of you posted. But thanks for tuning in. We had a great guest, Demetrius Witherspoon. Thank you for coming on. Look forward to having you back. Of course, Tiny Bean Tara and Chris Feehan and Bran Stimpson. All of you, thank you so much. And also Before we wrap up, Tipsy, and I pass it over to you, I want to make sure everybody remembers or knows. I mentioned this early on that Tuesday, December 23rd of this year, 2025, IFB Christmas special, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going on live, doing our show on the Tuesday, and then it'll be rebroadcast on Thursday night for those of you that want to just watch it Thursday. You could see it Thursday, but Thursday will not be live, so it'll be live to tape then. Tuesday night, guys, if you have it in you, you have some time, you want to hang out with us, of course, please come on live, and that'll be December 23rd. Guests to be announced. So
Imperial Claus will be there.
Yes, Imperial Claus will be there. So you guys, give us a heads up if any of you are around. We'd love to know that you're going to be, you could be available and coming on. Love to have you as always. Thank you so much. Professor Patton and everybody else that are here with us live that I can see. I know Tipsy, you can see more of them, but any last words as we close?
Yeah. No, but really, it's been amazing year so far. We're not closing down. We still have another episode before the new year, but you guys are amazing. Such a fandom, such people like Demetrius and those. It really is a relief to see that there are other people like us. Sometimes when we've started this out, we were thinking there was going to be nobody else that wanted to watch this, but we really do thank you for joining us. You are a family. We love to hear your stories. We love to have you on. We love to hear you talk in the comments and everything else that we have on our Facebook page. Pete, are you frozen? Oh, no, you're not. Okay, I was just making sure you were reading there for a second. I was like,
I'm scrolling.
Oh crap, am I still on live? I'm not sure. Pete was frozen there for a minute, so I was just worried.
No, it's just me reading the comments.
Reading the comments. But anyways, we are here every Thursday except for next Thursday because I was canceled by, we'll just say, Mrs. Toaster. Said no, we have people coming over, and you're not going to broadcast on.
So Christmas. We'll do it on Tuesday instead.
So we'll do it on Tuesday instead, and then we will also be doing New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Sorry. We'll be doing a broadcast there. Pete will not be there, so it's going to be Mediocre Modeler and myself and whomever else we'll pull on at that point in time. We're still planning all that stuff out. Love to have you on. Love to talk to you. Maybe we'll use Zoom to watch a special show or something in regards to that. Anyways, we'll go there. So anyways, thanks. You are an amazing group of people. We're very lucky to have you watch us. We're very lucky to have you as friends and family. So until next week, it is still next week.
Yep.
We will see you then. But until then, stay safe, right? And just remember that the Cylons rule.
Fans fuel the fleet, guys.
Fans fuel the fleet.
Take care.
Later, dude.